Okay, doing a quick check on my healthiest hive. I don't know if you can see some of the other ones, but we've got various stages of healthiness across the 3 original hives. That's good. I put this second super on maybe 2 weeks ago because they had pretty much built out the first one. I keep feeding them, not a ton. I don't top them off every time, but I'll put a little bit of food in there. They're getting plenty of pollen, plenty of nectar from around. There's lots of stuff growing around here, so I don't need to have them completely rely on this. Next week I'll bring up some dry food for them to work on. I haven't had any of that in here in a while, but it doesn't look like they're doing much on these ones. A little bit of drawn out. I mean, barely any. I think last week I had maybe 1 or 2 up here that had some drawn comb. They hadn't done much of anything, and they're not going crazy, but there's definitely some more comb drawn out. Yeah, and they're putting nectar up here too. That's a good sign. Probably about 3 and change with some comb getting put on it. Drawing out a little bit. They're kind of building on the bottom, which not surprising. So not a ton of drawn comb on this second super, but there's a lot of activity. So I'll keep putting some food in there and see if they start putting any honey up here in the near future. You can look. It's kind of hard to tell, but get down in there. There's just about, if not, pull some out to check, but just about every one of these is drawn out, and there's lots of capped honey in this first one. So this first super, I'm doing 1 brood box per hive. So this super will be all theirs. I won't take any honey from this one, just from any additional supers I have on there. So a way to do it, not the only way. Yeah, flying around all over the place. Hungry? Alright, so I'll pop open 1 or 2 of these. I'd like to get eyes on the queen as well. I'm just going to take a look at how they're doing with brood down in the brood box as well. But based off of looking at all these guys, their population is very good. Okay, here we go. Yeah, got these things glued real good. Alright, so this thing is completely full of nectar. I mean, 100% drawn out. This is probably 75% nectar, but that's like all nectar. So they're just waiting to cap that. They've already started, as you can tell. Put this guy down. Watch out, guys. Probably gonna smush some of that comb. That's okay. See if I can find one that's mostly capped. So that's a decent one. That's maybe close to halfway capped. Nice and heavy. Another one. This whole thing just loaded. Probably about halfway capped as well. In total, both sides. Get off of me. Get off of me. Probably about third capped. Both sides. I think I think all this rain we've had probably kept them from doing a lot of the foraging that they wanted to, but there's still lots of good honey, so it's a good sign. Bit of a wonkety build on that side, but still, they're filling them in. Stay down there. Alright, let's see here. See if I can get lucky and one. Yeah, they're going nuts. I don't know if you're picking that up on the microphone, but they go nuts. Owie! Got me. See if I can pull that stinger out. So just had one go nuts on me. I don't know how close I can get, but probably see the stinger right there. So I want to get that out because it's going to keep pumping venom. Poor guy died. Oh well, his fault. Her fault. Shouldn't have did that. Alright. I'm always interested on this guy. Just because this is my requeen, my right-away requeen. And they successfully requeened, and they've been doing pretty good building back. They're ready for a super yet, but maybe next week. Give 'em a quick buzz. These hives are a little more angry, I think, because they've spent all week getting rained on like crazy. They're not out and about doing much. They're just getting cooped up in the hives. So they've been a little more crazy. Yeah, these look real good. Lots of good brood. Little honey on top. Just what we're doing here. There we go. Yeah. So you can kind of see solid brood there on the bottom. Good laying patterns. And some honey on top. So looking pretty good. Yeah, these guys are all kinds of pissed off. I don't blame them. We've had way too much rain. Trying to see if I can find her. This is the hive where my queen is not marked, so it's usually a little bit of a hunting game to find her. But if she's on a frame, I'll find her. She's pretty big. Big, easy to identify. Dive bomb in my face there, bees. Chill out. Certainly might not be a bad time to put a veil on, but maybe I can make it through this hive without getting stung. I bet they're pissed off about all the mosquitoes too. Yeah, I think I'll add a honey super to this guy next week. They need some more room. All right, knocking out a quick check of my 2 newest hives. Cross my fingers I don't need my veil. Other 3 hives are getting all sorts of mad, but at least when I installed these guys, it was pretty docile, and maybe they stayed that way. But so today, primarily looking to feed them. So we'll give them some food. Update them on the food, and maybe see if I can find the queen if they're gonna cooperate with me. As I'm sure I bring up every time, the mosquitoes are still unreal. Forgot my little hanger, so makes it a little more difficult, but should still be able to pull out a frame. I think this guy on the end is one of my foundationless. Nope, it's not really. It's that same one last time that's just kind of getting built weird. I'm gonna put him towards the middle. All right, mosquito. Move the other ones out of the way. Yeah, that's looking real good. So, if you can tell, lots of capped honey there. And then all of this brood. There's a lot of capped brood, which is a good sign. Oh, there's the queen. See if I can get you nice and close. Yep, so she is kind of middle, moving right to left right now. Right there up towards the top left corner. Got the little mark on her back. So good laying patterns. We got brood in the middle, deep capped honey on top. So that's good. Found her, that was quick. A little easier when they got a mark on them. You're still looking for the same thing, nice big giant body. I can't even get that thing up against the wall there. It's so built out, that capped honey. Oh, this thing is just full of larvae, eggs. Really good looking frame. I'm gonna move this guy back in. Oops, don't stang me. Move that guy in. Maybe they move some of that honey around and they're not so squished in there. And that's really all I'm going to do on this one. I'll allow them to hopefully draw out that one. Didn't have a ton of comb on it. Gave them a gallon of food. Not even going to look at the hive beetle yet. What I will do is, so I think last time we looked at the foundationless frame. And progress on that. A little more smoke. Hold out for one before you start going nuts on me, guys. Kind of see how this one's going. It looks like it's, yeah. So that, you can see at the bottom, there was no foundation one on this, so when I put the package in, it was completely empty, and they have just packed this thing full. So this is the kind of frame where eventually you can just cut it out, sell the whole thing as comb, honeycomb. All right, did not squish any bees, which is good. All right, so I'll take a quick look at the the bottom, see what the activity looks like, and that's it. Okay, last hive check of the day. Hopefully there aren't too many cockroaches in this one either. Gotcha one. Yeah. Probably mad at me for doing that. Sorry, guys. Same on this one. I'm gonna feed them. Take a look at a couple of the frames. Make sure they're doing well on brood. Already looks like they got a pretty good population. Usually a decent sign when there's a ton of bees on the inner cover like that. All right. I think I've got one foundationless in here, so we'll try to find that. They're doing good. It looks like this frame on the end isn't overly active, but it's still got some drawn comb. Just a little bit, yeah, kind of empty. So I'll put that towards the middle. So I start working on that a little more. Try to grab one of these center frames that's nice and healthy and put that towards the edge. Oh yeah, okay. So kind of like the other one, it's looking very healthy, lots of brood right there in the middle. They're putting away some honey, some nectar. Big old drone. No queen on this one. Put him off to the side. Oop. Secondary rainstorm over here. So that's all. Lots of cap brood, eggs all down there. Yeah, solid eggs, and then this capped honey. So it's good looking frame. Same on the backside. Some big drones in here. I'm not gonna pull out every frame to try to find her. I'll see if I can find her a couple more frames, but I won't disturb them too much. All right, so I got two foundationless here, and this one, I can't remember if I pulled this one up last week, but there was not a ton of activity on the foundationless ones in this one last week, but you can see they've got, you know, close to half of this one out, and there's just a ton of, there's nectar and then around the brood. So there's some capped brood. A little harder to see on this one because when they do the comb from scratch, it's you know, it's all white like that. Whereas when you get the foundations, it starts out yellow. It's maybe a little easier to see. All right. The locals are starting to get restless. Okay. All right, it's looking good. There's lots of good activity going on here. So I'll close her up, call it a day.